Hello, everyone. Well, Haunted House isn't really the scariest of the games that we're going to be talking about. It's one of the first horror games out there, or at least one of the first on the home console. And it's a pretty fun little game to play, especially since it gives you something a little bit different from the usual arcade action on the Atari. Now, you're trying to find pieces of an urn to get out of a mansion that you're trapped in. And as you progress throughout the game, or at least the more times you beat it, or when you up the difficulty, a few little challenges get thrown in and everything like that. Now, what I would have liked to see from this is it be more like a 3D Monster Maze was, where you're trapped in a maze, but you have, for this one you'd have to have like a top-down perspective, kind of like a Pac-Man screen, and you're just sort of working your way out while some type of a ghost is chasing after you. That would have been a lot better than what we got, which isn't awful, but it could have been a lot better. So one thing that I totally forgot about Atari games is they do not have title screens for the most part. They just throw you right in. So that was kind of shocking when I first turned on the game and realized, oh crap, I need to actually try right now. Anyway, there are some things that I really like about this, even though it's pretty simplistic. For an Atari game, it's got a little bit more going on than the normal one, but it's still pretty simple in the way that it's laid out and the way it's designed. As you can see, you're basically a pair of eyes and you're wandering around, avoiding spiders, bats, and the ghost of the guy who used to live in this mansion. Kind of weird, but I like to think of it in a little bit of a different way. Not really so much like you're trying to escape from this mansion, almost like you're trying to keep what's ever outside in. Like the different colors and everything made me think of Mask of the Red Death. Like outside of this mansion, there's just nothing but a plague ravaging the entire countryside, and you're trying to keep yourselves in. And as you're moving through, you're seeing all the different sins and everything that are going on in the house, and finally you make it out only to find out that the Red Death was inside all the time, or something creepier like that, almost like Vincent Price is just going to show up and start telling you how terrible of a person you are, or something along those lines. Or maybe even to go off the Mask of the Red Death a little bit more, like there are just different parties going on in all the different rooms and everything, but you don't really know about that because you're too busy just trying to find out what's going on. It's like a weird acid trip that you're going through. It's just one of those games where I could probably think of a whole lot more, like a whole lot of other things going on. So I should probably tell you guys a little bit about the game instead of just rambling on about what I think a better story for this would be. So you've got 3 levels and also a basement, so 4 stages in total. The only way you can tell that you're in a different part of the mansion is when the walls change color. I never found out exactly where you were, but someone much more talented than me at this game would probably figure it out. Now, I believe if you get hit 9 times, then the game's over and you just kind of have to reset. But don't really quote me on that. I didn't quite figure it out entirely. Now, your objective is to escape from this mansion, and to do that you need to find, I believe it's the key in order to get out, but you also need to find the exit. There are 3 total items. You can only really hold one of them at a time. So you have the key, the urn, and I believe like a magic wand or something like that. It's kind of weird, and Atari doesn't really do a great job of being able to show you what these items are, at least in my opinion. Now, you have an unlimited number of matches, which is great, because that's the only way that you really find these hidden items. That, or if you just get lucky and wander over one. Now, whenever a monster enters, like, the same floor that you're on, according to the manual, a gust of wind blows out your match and you have to start over. I have absolutely no idea if that's true. It's kind of weird. The matches don't last long anyway. This is one of those games that's just kind of fun to play on Halloween. So that's pretty much the game, you guys. It's Not super complicated. This is kind of a shorter episode, so I am a little sorry about that. But I figured this was a great way to start off Halloween. Let me know what you guys think about the review and also about the lighting and everything. If you hate that, I will try to figure something out for the next one. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will talk to you all later.